Okay, so this is going to be the video for my twisted boutique bow, and I'm sorry that the camera is so shaky. I'm holding it as I can't get it to sit in my Tupperware container. So this is 18 inches of 7/8 inch ribbon, and I have already lined my ribbon, and I chose this Halloween print. I thought it was cute, and I used a bright orange to go with it. And I did line them, which I don't just lay my ribbons together and do it that way. I actually use a sticker maker, and I take the smallest, which was the purple in this case because you can see the orange on both sides here. I took the smallest width ribbon out of the two, and I used this Xyron or Xyron, whatever. It's a Create a sticker, and I got the 1.5 inch, so I can do up to 1.5 inches of ribbon. And basically, it's just this X shape, and you take the ribbon that you wanted to use, which I used the purple, and you put it design side up, and you just stick it down in there, and then you would pull the tab. There's a tab right here, and you pull it out, and there's sticky stuff on the white part of this, and you pull it out, and it's got a built-in cutter, and when you're at the end of your ribbon, you just cut it off, and then you press it down, and the sticker transfers onto your ribbon, and then you carefully and tediously put it on your other piece of ribbon as even as you can get it. So that's what I use. The Walmart sells these. Walmart sells the refills for $5. I do buy the permanent, not the repositionable. I don't know. I've never used the other, so I don't know if there's a difference. I did find them cheaper at my Crafts 2000 store, and I paid $3.47 a roll. And I don't think that I have any in here to show you what they look like in the box, but it's just a little rectangle box. Okay, so first thing I do is I put my ribbon in front of me, and usually with two hands. Let me see if I can hold the phone with my knees. Okay. I then crease the middle of my ribbon, and you're not going to see the crease, so it doesn't matter. You want to be able to see it when you're working with it. So I lay it design side down and facing me. So not upside down, but this way, but you want to see the back of your ribbon. I then take my end, and keeping it off design side down, I flip it around to the middle, and I don't do tails on mine, so I don't have it overlapping. It's just like that. And then I take the other side and flip it around and overlap it up to the other edge like that. Okay, and I have a figure 8. And then I take the side that I started with and flip out the design there, and I fold it in to cover up those two. See? And then I take the other side and flip it out. Find the middle and bring it in, and I don't overlap them completely. As you can see, they're uneven right now already. So there you go. I leave about that much room, and then I flip it over until it's correct, so you can see, Now look how big those are and how small those are. So what I do now is I try to pinch it real tight, and I just mess with these loops. And you got to be just real careful so you don't move the originals when you made the 8. Okay. So then what I do to make sure they're even, I pull them while holding on real tight to make sure that they're even like that on each side. Okay. That one still feels kind of funky to me. Okay. Alright, so then I take my yarn. Well, not yarn. Now I'm doing a crocheting video. I take my needle and thread, and don't mind my needle. Oh my gosh. I was going through some spikes the other day, and look at that bad boy. I bent it. Shh, I need a stronger needle. Okay, so then I go and I take and I'm still holding it. You can see my nail. I'm pressing really hard. And I make sure my thread's even. Now I'm going to start where they're together, and I'm going to try not to stab myself. I'm going to go to the back, and I'm just going to go up a tiny little bit, not very far, because I need 3 creases. I use my cookie sheet that I work on, and I push down, and then I'm just going to go a little bit more and back down through. And I really like to get at least a little bit of that that last piece. See, it's only on the orange right there, but that's fine. I like to get a little bit in on there. Okay, and then I'm going to bring it up, and then I'm gonna go back down a little bit and then back up again. So that'll be 3 creases, and now you have like a little sandwich, little hot dog bun in there. Hold on one second. Okay, so then I have a hard time pulling this. So I use, if I can reach it. Okay, I'll grade your work and let you know. Leave it there. Okay. Sorry, my daughter's done with her homeschooling work. So then I use my Gerber. My husband etched on it. It's pretty. Probably can't see it. It's okay. So then I hold it, and I pull, and then I get rid of my Gerber. Okay. So then I pull it really tight, and I wrap 1, 2, 3, and I hope that it's in the middle, because sometimes it's not, and then your bow looks funky, but okay. Then I go to the back, and I kind of pull these out a little bit, because I want to make sure that I can see that middle. And I use white. I mean, I don't know. You can't see it when you wrap everything. I don't know if everybody else changes colors or anything. I don't. So then I just tie off. I go up underneath. I make sure I get none of the ribbon in when I do this. I only get the thread, because you don't want your ribbon to stay immobilized. You want to be able to tweak it and move it around and flop it and stuff. So you just only want to get your thread there. I do 2 knots. So that's what I'm going to do. And I cut it off down close. I tie it so it's ready, because I have a habit of not checking when I go to do something else, and then I get really mad because I didn't tie my thread. So this is what my bow looks like right now. It looks awesome, right? Woohoo! Slap a clip on it and sell it for $7. Kidding? Okay. So here's the back, and it looks funky. In the back, you want to make sure they're straight across, and see how those were turned down? I just kind of turn them back up. Do the same thing at the bottom. You just want to fluff them out. You want your ribbons to be straight back there. So if I hold it like that, my ribbons are straight. And I've got a nice crease. I'm going to turn it to the front, and it still looks really funky. And what I do is I take my fingers up through the outsides of the loops, and I pull them. See how much better that looks? But still, when you have it like this, it doesn't look all that hot. So I'll tell you what my new trick is. My new trick that I do that really, really helps is I take some small clips and I take the tops and I get them and I pinch the backs and I put a clip on it. I make sure they're even, and I make sure that they're shaped how I want them to be shaped. And then I do the same thing at the bottom. I put another clip. Okay. So that's kind of cute. So I make sure that they're just kind of like how I want them to be shaped when the bow's done. And then I call that good. And I have somewhere, I don't know where, it's probably gone now. Bear with me. Oh, I found it. Okay, and I typically do this over here. Okay, here's my bow. Okay, we'll lay that in there. Okay. I just lay out some nice thick Viva paper towels here. And I lay my bow how I want it to be shaped. And then I mixed up in an old Febreze bottle some starch, I think it's like Stay Flow or whatever, and I spray the crap out of my bow, front, back, sides. And it does smell good too, so. And then I let it dry. And it does not, a lot of people bake theirs. I do not bake mine. I just let it go. You do have to watch, some ribbons will fade. These ones, I mean not fade, but the ink will smear and leak. I've not had it do that. I've heard people say that it does. I've had really, really good luck with the Stay Flow starch stuff. So I've had perfect luck with that. I don't mind it at all. I've never had any inks leak or smear, smudge, anything like that. My colors end up being just the same color they were after it dries. I don't leave mine on the paper towel because the paper towel is now wet. I don't find it very helpful. So I kind of just, I just leave it lay on like my plastic bin here that has some of my puffs in it. I just leave it lay like that and I let it dry. And then, after it's dry, I'll have bows that are shaped. If you move them, they kind of go back. And the thing that I found is that if it doesn't look right, you can redo it. This bow, I did not like how it looked after I starched it. So I restarched it and I repinned it, and now I like it better. So if you get a shape and it looks kind of funky and you're like, oh man, then don't worry about it. You can restarch it and redo it again. So I hope that all helps. Bye.